Let's take a closer look at the Red Paddle Co compact range. Patented across the world for its revolutionary innovation and technology, these boards pack down to just half the size of a conventional paddleboard. And they do that without compromising on performance, stiffness, or reliability. In fact, the whole package fits in this bag just beside me here. So that's a 5-piece paddle, the full Titan 2 pump to be able to get that all-important pressure into your boards at speed, as well as the fins and leash and the board itself. Now, the boards themselves utilise what's called MSL 1000 material, or PAC technology. We worked for years on creating a material that was malleable enough to be able to be folded and rolled, but also durable and stiff enough so when inflated it gives you that performance that you need, either when just cruising or touring, or maybe when surfing on a wave. We do that by creating this longitudinal living hinge. So that means a fold point all the way down from the nose of the board down to the tail of the board. It allows the board to fold in half and then roll along its length. You'll notice on the larger boards we also have brake points in our deck pad. That not only reduces weight but it also assists with this rolling, making it easier to pack in the bag and eliminating creases in the deck pad, which do come out over time when the boards are left inflated. Now, in terms of the range themselves, all of the boards use something called the quad stringer system. Now, the quad stringer are reinforced bands, almost like Kevlar stringers that go around the board. So if I turn around the compact behind me here, it's easier to show you from the underside, you can see these strips. These are what are called stringers. And in fact, in each of these strips, there's 2 stringers, one underneath and one outer stringer. They're both on the bottom and on the top surface of the board. And what they do is they act like slack bands. So they're like an exoskeleton. So as you put pressure in the board, they actually start to pull against themselves, putting extra tension through the surface of the board, meaning that you get a much stiffer performance. It means that we can keep these boards at 4.7 inches thick on most of the range, but also on our smaller shape here, go down to 4 inches thick. So you get a nice lower centre of gravity, a lower rider weight, which gives you stability, but most importantly, gives you a really nice connected feel when you are paddling on the water. So let's take a closer look at each of the shapes and sizes and what they're best. So moving up the range, we then have our 9.6 compact. This was the first in our compact range and was designed for all-round, easy use, versatile use, no matter whether you're going to take it in surf or maybe you're a first-time paddler looking for a nice lightweight package that you can put away in small spaces, transport easily, that sort of thing. It's 32 inches wide, so it's the same width as our best-selling award-winning 10.6 ride, so you've got nice stability. It's 4.7 inches thick, so it keeps your ride weight nice and low to the water, giving you a really nice connected feel and making it more stable. It's less susceptible to side winds as well. And it's also got nice rounded nose and tail, or front and back of the board. What that means is you can carry the width of the board to the front and the back. So not only does that increase stability, it also just makes it a really nice all-round board in terms of manoeuvrability due to the rounded shape on the nose and tail, making it nice to do turns on. Super stable, super fun, compact board. It's got a nice comfy central handle there, which is, because it has to be off center because of the fold point, does mean that if you're a rider who's slightly shorter, it does mean that then you're able to carry the board from different sides depending on the length of your arm. And you've got 3 flat bungees, the longer of which here, no closer to where you stand, is fully adjustable, making it nice and easy to be able to clamp down your kit and lock down any gear that you want to take onto the water. This board has 220 litres of volume, so it's great for riders up to about 95 kilograms, about 210 pounds. So then moving up the range to our slightly longer boards, we then have our 11-foot Sport Compact. Now, this fits into our touring range, and immediately, as the name suggests, it's a longer shape. So it's 11 foot long. What that means is you have more length in the board to be able to create this nice, sleek touring shape. You're able to draw in that nose shape, making it easier to allow the board to cut through the water. And because of the length, it gives you that much more glide in comparison to the shorter strokes. So if you're someone who's an experienced paddler or someone who's just wanting to improve, upgrade, potentially go a bit further and faster, then the 11-foot compact gives you that conventional benefits of a touring board, just in a much smaller pack size. This 11-foot compact goes in the same size bag as both the 9.6 and the 8.10, so it's a very small board. In fact, it weighs just over 9 kilograms, about 20 pounds, and can take riders up to roughly 110 kilograms, about 240 pounds, something like that. Its length means that you get this glide, but also we've given it this nice square tail. That square tail is great for that versatility in terms of you can move around on this board, you can easily step back to practice any buoy turns or step back turns. And again, actually on smaller surf, this board picks it up really well. So it makes it a favourite amongst the team here at Red because it's our go-to board, especially when we're out on the road travelling lots. Again, the 11-foot compact comes with your fully adjustable bungee in the main standing area, as well as this square-cut EVA embossed deck pad. Gives you a bit of orientation when you're standing on the board, because you want to be standing next to the handle here, but it also adds extra traction for any cargo that you have under that first bungee there. And then you have your long deck pad, which goes all the way down to the tail, again with a nice square-cut traction zone at the back there. So if you are going into a surf environment, you can orientate yourself and get that extra grip when you need it most. And then finally, the adventure touring board of our fleet. Fits within the Voyager range, it's our 12-foot compact. So let's take a closer look. It has everything that you would expect from a Voyager board in terms of load capacity. It has just over 300 litres of volume in it, so you can take riders up to 120 kilograms, about 260 pounds, something like that. It's 32 inches wide, so it's nice and stable, especially when you're doing longer trips and your legs are getting a bit tired, your arms are starting to feel the burn a bit. You want that nice stability. Maybe the conditions are changing, it's getting a bit choppy. You want to have that confidence that the board's going to get you through any rough stuff and keep you going on your adventure. You've got this nice, comfortable carry handle in the middle, super comfortable when you're carrying it, especially loaded up with gear. And you've also got two removable handle points here, should you want to be able to add side handles, which makes it really good for breaking any surface tension when lowering the board in and out over longer distance multi-portage paddles where you're having to put the board into the water. It means you don't have to lean out over the water to be able to put it in. You've got your fully adjustable bungees at the front with your nice diamond cut EVA deck pad at the front, as well as your accessories mount, M6 accessories mount for screwing in any trackers, GPS or GoPros and action cameras. And you've also got additional cargo points at the back of the board. Now the magic of the 12-foot compact is the fact that it stays 4.7 inches thick in the same vein as our 9.6 and 11-foot compact. Again, for longer trips, it reduces the windage on these boards so you don't get affected as much by side winds, but we can only make that possible by including our RSS battens. These are battens which are inserted down the length of the board, very much in the same way that we have on our 810 compact to add the extra rigidity on the board when you are putting the power down or when you're traveling loaded. Now the 12-foot compact actually has its own bespoke bag system, and the bag is a slightly larger version of the 9.6, 11-foot and 810 compact bag, but what it does mean is that you have a zip which goes around the entire top. So if you are in a bit of a hurry, maybe you're trying to make that connecting flight, maybe you're running to the bus or the train, or you simply just had too much fun on the water and have limited time to pack away the board, you can actually leave the top down on the bag by only zipping it up halfway. That allows you to roll the board up in a conventional sense from nose to tail and then fold and pack it down when you have a little bit more time later on. The board itself comes in at just over 10 kilograms, just over 22 pounds. So it's a super light board for allowing and facilitating those long distance trips where you've got real adventure in mind. And it's a great board for upgrading to if you're someone who wants that all-round stability and confidence, but a little bit more length, all packed down into a super convenient small stowage size. So there you have it, our compact range, internationally patented to deliver the very best small, compact package without compromising on stiffness, reliability and performance. There's a board for pretty much any rider in this range and perfect for those travel plans that you've always wanted to do or maybe where you're limited on space. I hope you enjoy them. We certainly do. Happy paddling.